Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And it's been a long time, so I was unable to do the video. But now I would like to start with a very important topic, that is ecology. And definitely by this content there will be definitely questions on this. Okay. Without making any delay, let's start with the topic, that is animal behavior. Okay, so as a common English term, we already know that what is behavior. Behavior, so it's a common English term. So what kind of response you are going, how we are behaving around the society, like that meaning it is. So we are looking at the animal behavior. Okay, and this animal behavior, like it is called as behavioral ecology. This behavioral ecology, what it is, behavioral ecology is the study of relationship between an organism's behavior and the environment. Okay, so here we know that ecology means we are going to study about the animal with respect to the environment, right? Okay, now the full word, what is that? Behavioral ecology. Here we comparing the organism's behavior with the environment in which that behavior has evolved or is expressed. Okay, so if we already know that there are two things: one, response; the second one is stimulus. Sorry, first one is stimulus, next one is response, right? What kind of what kind of stimulus that the animal will get, according to that it is going to give a response. Okay, what kind of response here, sometimes we can call it as a behavior. Okay, and this behavior has evolved. Okay, it will be evolved from generation to generation and is expressed. Okay, that's what we are studying in the behavioral ecology. I repeat once again, behavioral ecology is the study of relationship between an organism's behavior and the environment in which the behavior has evolved or is expressed. Okay, for example, if you take one scenario. Okay, so for example, think there is a very cold area. Okay, very cold area. So the people who is from the, say, think, okay, who is from the south side, if he is moving to the north side, he feel very cold, right? He feel very cold in India. But who is staying over there itself, they know how to behave for that cold area. They know everything. So that character is evolved. They are learned to protect themselves. But from the people who are moving from north, moving from south to north, they doesn't know. So here the persons who is local to there, okay, and who is moving from south to north, so when you compare these two persons behavior, that is totally different. Okay, that's how so in comparison, if you see that how behavior is different, so what kind of behavior it is going to express and how it is evolved. So all these things we are going to study in the behavior ecology. Okay, so what it describes, it describes the ecological and evolutionary basis for the animal behavior. Okay, and the roles of behavior in enabling an animal to adapt to its environment, and what are the roles, what are the kinds of steps, or what are the actions it is going to take to making, to enabling the animal to adapt that environment. For example, best example, if you take the mimicry, okay, it is an behavior. Okay, so it is a very easy example to make you understand. If you take a stick insect, okay, it is going to show the camouflage, because it is going to make because it has to escape from the predator, so it is going to make its color to matches its background, so that the predator is unable to identify that whether it is a background or it's a stick insect, so that it is able to survive, right? So that is what the role of behavior, that is the meaning of the role of behavior, that animal is enabling, animal is taking or learning, or it is going to showing to adapt to that, to its environment. Okay, next, moving on to the next point. Most of the research done on behavioral ecology are centered at 3 points mainly. Okay, which are those? First one, obtaining food. Okay, the first one, obtaining food. Second one, avoiding being eaten. Third one, reproduction, obviously. Okay, so when there are lots of research done on that. So when you go through the history, or when you look at the research history, so this behavioral ecology mainly centered on 3 problems. Okay, so what the animal will face, first one, it is always shows some kind of behavior to obtain the food. right? The main intention, if we have to survive any kind of animals, it's not only of the humans, okay, all kind of living things, okay, they have to get the food, okay, so they are going to face this problem and then avoid being eaten. Obviously everyone will do this, so they have to survive, they should escape from the predator, right? So they try to escape from the predators, so they have to survive, they have to reproduce, they have to fill their stomach, okay, this is the main problem. And then third one, reproduction, obviously. So every animal on the earth have the right to live on the earth, okay, and they should have to pass on their genes to the next generation so that they can maintain their population, maintain their generation on the earth, otherwise they will become extinct. So mainly they will, animals, major of the animals, they will face these three animals, and any kinds of behavior if they have showing, or if it is evolving or expressing, so to avoid these main three problems, that I would like to say, okay. And now I will move on to the very interesting and also very important topic, that is altruism, okay. Now first we will look at the definition here. What is altruism? First we will look at the definition here. An organism is said to be behave altruistically when its behavior benefits other organisms at a cost of itself. This is important, at a cost of itself. Concentrate here, I will make it easy for you to understand this, and even human beings also showing this character. When you wrote like, rather than making by art, okay, understand the concept, then it will become very easy. So rather than mugging up, so you understand the concept and try to think like how it is going to relate. Take the more examples, then you won't even forget for a long, that will be there in your memory for a longer time. You're never going to forget the content, okay. So see, when you say one organism is behaving altruistically, means, see, here when one organism, think there is an organism called as A, okay, that this organism, he is showing some character, some behavior, okay, and this behavior is going to help the another organism B, okay. It may be another species or it may be within the same species, okay. A behavior is helping the B behavior, even though this behavior is helping him, but this animal is showing this behavior at the cost. There is some loss for this, okay. If this behavior shows this behavior, it is helping him, but even this is not helping him, it is a cost for this animal, but still it is showing its behavior, okay. That kind of behavior is called as altruism, okay. For example, for make you to understand, very easy example I will give. So take an example of your mother. Your mother is taking care of you, okay, taking care of you at the cost of her health itself. See, sometimes even though she is not well, she is going to help you every time. She will cook even when she is not even healthy, because she doesn't want to make you burden. So it should help you, it should benefit you, that your stomach will be full, okay. That is actually altruistic behavior. Altruistic behavior means you can say that it is a sacrificial behavior, okay. I will give another example, make you to understand, okay. You can understand this with another definition. Look at the definition here. Announcement, okay. Announcement, okay. Announcement of evolutionary fitness of recipient by acts that decreases the direct fitness of donor is called as altruism, okay. So to understand this, you have to understand two more concepts here, okay. So don't worry, I will explain that, listen carefully. The first one here, you know that the common English term, that is recipient. What is recipient? Means the organism is going to receive something from the another organism, okay. That is called a recipient. The organism that benefit from sacrifice, that, okay, those are called recipient or beneficent, that we can say. And organism that sacrifice is called as donor. I guess you know the meaning of donor and recipient. You are not a small kids, right? Okay, donor, or you can say actor. Here what happens, and there are two types of fitness: direct fitness and indirect fitness. Direct fitness means having your own ability, to behave, okay, or having your own power of reproducing by yourself, okay. And indirect fitness means you can't able to reproduce, but your same kind of species is reproducing and you are going to help him indirectly, okay. And by that you are helping to maintain the generation of your species, the same species, but you are not doing it, but you are helping the other one because he can able to, the other person is able to do that hat, okay, to reproduce, that he is able to reproduce. So you are taking off his baby or her baby, okay. It's like that this one you can see in well in honeybees, okay. I will just give that example just after 2 minutes, okay. Let me understand this definition first. So I hope you understood what is direct fitness. Now see here, enhancement of evolutionary fitness of the recipient, okay. Here we have recipient, okay. So there is a enhancement of the direct evolutionary fitness of this recipient by the act that reduces the direct fitness of the donor. So donor fitness is reducing by the act. By the act means nothing but act means behavior. Actually it increases the recipient behavior, means it is doing, it is showing a behavior, it's sacrificing, it is behavior, so it is helping the other organism, the same meaning as like this, okay. This is called as altruism. I'm hoping I made you to understand this altruism definition easily and make you even more easy by giving an examples. Look at examples here. The first one, vampire bats. I guess you know bats, okay. Bats, when they will be active during the night time, right, okay. And these vampire bats, they will show a really fantastic behavior. Look at that behavior. What is that? These vampire bats regularly regurgitate the blood and donate it to other members of their group who have failed to feed that night, to ensuring they don't starve. Here what they will do, these bats, okay, so they will be active in the night and they will go in search of food in the night time. So in the night time, if when they are going in the group, if they got to know the another bat is not getting its food, so these the bat which is having the had the food, it will, what it will do, it will going to regurgitate, means it is going to taking his blood from the mouth and it is donating, it is giving it to the another member, so that this another bat is not going to starve. So this kind of act, it is called as altruism. It is a kind of sacrifice. The simple example which is relating to you more, that which I have given as a mother, okay, the same thing here, okay. So it is sacrificing because it is the same member of the group, it want to maintain, see, it is relating here, okay, it is relating to this. So it is of the same species, okay, same kind species, okay. See, I told this behavioral ecology, it has the 3 problems, so it has to go through these three problems. So these 3 problems is, for example, so food, obtaining food they are facing, so they are showing some kind of behavior, the same thing. That's what I said, mainly centered at the 3 problems, okay. This is the best example. Now I will give another 2 examples. The first one, the next one, sorry, second one, the vervet monkeys. I guess you know monkeys. Vervet monkeys are nothing but I guess there are different kinds of monkeys. Vervet monkeys here particularly are those monkeys which have a round dark circles in the eyes, okay. Those monkeys are called as vervet monkeys, okay. What they will do, what they are giving the behavior, what kind of behavior they are showing, let us look at this example here. The vervet monkeys gives alarm calls to warn the fellow monkeys about the presence of predators, even though in doing so they attract attention to themselves, increasing their personal chances of being attacked, right. See, this is also a beautiful altruistic sacrificial behavior, where your one monkey, okay, here the donor, or you can say a kind of monkey, it is helping the another monkey recipient, making benefit to this another monkey by getting chances to attack by the predators. See, so these monkeys will be these monkeys will be in a group, okay. So let me understand, let you make you understand this very simple. See, the group of monkeys, we already, every time we used to say the monkeys will be in a group. See, some monkeys will be at the ground. So they will be eating and playing and they are doing something, and one or two monkeys will be at the top of the tree. So the monkeys which are at the top of the tree, they are able to see the predators from the far away distance. So at that time, what they will do, if they see the predators, they will make a sound to give the warning, okay, to give the signal to the another monkeys. So they will become alert and they will escape from that, they will go away from that place. And this behavior actually helping the another monkeys. But if you make a sound like this, if this monkey is make a sound like that, so it is going to attract the predators, right? Okay. So if the predator get to know, the analyze that, okay, this is the monkey voice, it is getting from this sound, this side, then predator will quickly come to that side and it will going to eat this monkey, right? So that's why here this donor is it is going to reduce its own benefit. It is a loss for this monkey to help this monkey, but still it is doing it. That behavior is called as altruism. Okay. And here one more example, we know that there are third example, sorry, we know that we social insects, right? Like ants, wasps and bees. Okay, here bees shows the a beautiful altruistic behavior. And we know that there are three colonies, three different kinds of bees are there in a colony, right? That is first one, fertile female, okay, that is queen, and then fertile male, that is king, and then we have workers. Okay, these three. Here we will take the two here, that is fertile female, that is queen and worker. Here the female queen is able to reproduce, okay, she has the ability to reproduce. But here worker, she is also female, but she is not have the ability to reproduce. That's why this worker is going to help the queen, okay, she is going to help the queen. She is not reproducing, right? She is reproducing, even though this is a indirect fitness for her, because she is not reproducing by her own self, but she is reproducing. So that's why this worker is going to taking care and doing all the work of the colony, like taking care of the young ones, okay, nurturing the young ones, feeding the young ones, okay, which is led by the queen. So why it is doing this altruistic behavior? Because this one is of the same group, same generation. Even though there is a loss for this worker, still it is doing it. So the personal fitness of this worker bee is 0, but their actions actually greatly assist the reproductive effort of the queen. So by doing all this, constructing, protecting the nest, caring the queen, so all these work is done by the worker, because this one is going to produce the another generations, next generation, so that their generation can be maintained, reproduced. So this problem, so I'm focusing on this example. So they can able to maintain their generation, because of that it is doing an altruistic behavior. Okay, I'm hoping this is easy to understand. Now I will move on to the next points here. As I said before, altruism is a behavior of sacrifice. Okay, and here we will understand a very important concept, that is kin selection. We will look at what is kin selection here. So we already know that this one, that is altruism, is a behavior of sacrifice, right? And here the donor is sacrificing. Okay, so we got to know from these examples, right? Here the donor is sacrificing, and here one point I would like to mention. Just think over here. There is a question marks here. Why these animals, okay, that is donor, okay, the animal which is showing a sacrifice behavior, even in the cost of itself, why it is doing it? See, nowadays nobody will do it. Then loss agutte. It's like if somebody is going to get lost, they will do benefit to the another organism, right? Here nowadays people are very selfish. They don't do that because it is not helping him. Why should I have to do? Why I'm helping other even in the cost of myself? Okay, nobody do that. But here these animals are showing this. Can you think why? What is the reason? So understand this very easy concept. If you understood, you will remember this concept for a lifelong. See, for example, then I have given the mother example, right? Very easy to understand. Why your mother is helping you even though she is not well, okay? Even at the cost of her health, she is taking care of you. Why she is doing it? Because mother is relative for you, right? Very close relative for you. If she is very close, then altruistic behavior is very greater, very stronger. Okay, obviously all animals will show this. See, even in the word kin means, the English word common term, the kin means relative. Okay, so understand this kin selection behavior. Donor is sacrificing because the recipient is its genetic relative. Otherwise, who will do? For example, I will give you one example. See, you will be having the say elections will come, so you will do that. No, hey, this person is our caste, so we should help, like that. So you will get the favorism. Hey, he is from, for example, if you take a college example, oh, he is from my branch, so we should have to help him. So that kind of selection. So here the selection is, I'm just giving that, just give that those selection make you to examples to make you understand. So this why it's doing altruistic behavior means that person is genetically relative. That's why he is doing that sacrifice. So that if you do that sacrifice, that is beneficial to the that person, and that person is able to maintain their generation, so that indirectly that is helping him to maintain its own generation, right? That's why. For example, even I would like to give one more example. Think I am a teacher here, right? Okay, so I'm teaching you the many of the concept to you guys, so that you guys will learn. So after learning, you guys might have make my children's, okay, to understand that concept in for a next generation, so that that knowledge is going passing from one person to another person, and that's how you are going to maintain that knowledge. The same thing goes for obtaining food, or for avoiding a predator, or for to reproduce. It's like that. Okay, so here selection for a behavior that lowers the chances of survival and reproduction of an individual, but the person who is doing that altruistic behavior, it lowers the chances of survival and reproduction, but it increases the chances of survival and reproduction of its genetic relatives or kin. Okay, that is called as kin selection. Okay, see, nobody will help something like that. Okay, straight away like that, simply. So here kin selection, you are selecting to whom to sacrifice, whom to show this altruistic behavior. Okay, here. Okay, moving on to the next point. Altruism can be explained by kin selection, right? Just now I explained. And the donor loses its direct fitness but shows indirect fitness. That's what it is. Okay, so for example, make you to understand here, the donor is, you see, for example, honey, I have told here, this, the worker bee is not able to produce directly by herself. She can't produce the offsprings, but our sister, our queen is going to reproduce. That's why it is the worker is helping the queen. So that's how it is maintaining the indirect fitness. She can't maintain, the worker can't maintain the direct fitness, but she can maintain the indirect fitness. Okay, so that's why the donor loses its direct fitness but shows the indirect fitness. Okay, and here next point, kin selection can be explained by inclusive fitness. Here the kin selection can be explained by inclusive fitness. Inclusive fitness means it contains both direct fitness and indirect fitness. Okay, and especially indirect fitness, with the help of indirect fitness, it mostly depend upon the indirect fitness. Which one? Kin selection. And this kin selection was beautifully explained by a scientist named called as W.D. Hamilton. Okay, he have given rule, so that rule is named himself. Okay, named taken his name himself, that is called as Hamilton rule. Okay, let us look at the what it is. Here the W.D. Hamilton explains this altruistic act in terms of his theory of inclusive fitness. Don't worry, I will explain what is the inclusive fitness. I guess just 2 minutes back I have given a short knowledge about the inclusive fitness, but I will explain further detail. Hamilton pointed out that when we measure the fitness of a trait means your character, a kind of behavior. So when we start to measure this trait, okay, character or a behavior, we must take into consideration, okay, the effect that trait has on the fitness of the individual, okay, and as well as the actor who performs this behavior. Okay, so we should consider how this the donor is doing. So for example, I will explain neatly here. The donor, a person, okay, you can say donor is showing some behavior, okay, some act, okay, to the recipient, okay, a bee person, you can say some kind, the same species or a different species, whatever the example you can take. So we should consider the effect of this behavior to the fitness of the individual, of this individual donor individual, as well as the actor or the donor. Okay, both of these, we should consider the individual fitness, okay, of the donor fitness as well, okay, who performs that behavior. So how it is helping him and how it is causing the losses or indirect benefit to him, we should consider these views. Okay, here inclusive fitness. Okay, this inclusive fitness is made up of two components. Okay, let me understand this inclusive, what is inclusive fitness here. You can understand by this in a very simple manner. So this inclusive fitness is actually composed of two components, that is direct fitness plus indirect fitness. What is direct fitness? Direct fitness means simple name, direct agi fitness irodu. Okay, reproductive fitness means reproductive capacity, you can say. Okay, it is eligible in every way. Okay, it has the capacity to do that, perform that behavior. Okay, that directly, that is actually, you can say that by producing its own offspring, she can able to produce one offspring. Second one, indirect fitness. Indirect fitness means by providing aid, help, that enables the other close relative who share many of those genes to produce the offspring. That is indirect fitness. Okay, so inclusive fitness is composed of direct fitness plus indirect fitness. Now we will look at the definition of the Hamilton rule. What it says? Hamilton rules, very simple. Here the fitness cost must be lesser than the fitness benefit, then only the person is going to help. See, you can't sacrifice fully. Okay, you have to live, right? So fitness cost should be lesser than the fitness of the benefit, and you can define in another way. Here fitness benefit must be greater than the fitness cost. Okay, I have forgotten to write this. Okay, now it's fine. So in simple version we can write down like this: R into B must be greater than C. Okay, R into B minus C must be greater than 0. It is just, I have just converted this. Okay, these are the symbolically you can represent like this. So now let me understand this one. What is C here? The C is nothing but symbolizes the cost. Okay, C symbolizes the cost here, the cost of sacrificial act of the donor. Okay, it should be lesser than the benefit. Okay, B represents the benefit here, benefit of sacrificial act to the recipient. Okay, when the benefit is more, then only it is going to doing the altruistic behavior, showing the altruistic behavior. Okay, R is actually the coefficient of genetic relatedness, how it is going to relate to that person. So in that degree of extent the act will be represented. For example, so your mother is helping you very much. Okay, but if the mother is not your real mother, she is not showing the love as that of the real mother, right? So for example, if your own cousin, you are going to, if your own sister, you are going to help more, but if he is just a cousin, like your brother's daughter or your sister's daughter, that time you are taking helping them is little bit less. Okay, like that, how much closely you are related depend upon that. So let me understand this. So I will just, this paragraph represents the overall summary here. Let me explain the summary here. So what Hamilton rule tells us that the gene for altruism spread by kin selection through population. Okay, and the natural selection, okay, we shouldn't forget when it comes to ecology and evolution, this natural selection. Okay, the natural selection that favors altruistic behavior by enhancing reproductive success of relatives is called as kin selection. Okay, and here this kin selection theory predicts that animals are more likely to behave altruistic towards their relatives than towards unrelated members of their species. Okay, so first here stepwise, see, they will look at whether you are related to me or not, so then they will help. Next, who is more closely related, like that they will make a segregation and they will help. So that the meaning of this sentence. And next, moreover, it predicts that degree of altruism will be greater when the they are closer to the relationship. That's what I have mentioned before. Okay, this is the total summary of the animal behavior. Okay, I'm hoping this video is helpful, and if you like this video, please do share and subscribe, so that will help me to do more video that gives me strength, or that gives an encouragement to help you more. Okay, thank you everyone.